Selwyn Davids, the captain of South Africa. Yes, he holds the point scoring record here in Vancouver. Picks up 59 at one event a little while ago. And for New Zealand, it'll be Sam Dixon who will lead out the All Black Sevens out onto BC Place. Rarely does a contest between South Africa and New Zealand in any form of rugby disappoint. What a game to get us started in the men's competition. And New Zealand, an interesting blend this weekend, Carl, of experience and some youth as well.
Exactly, but they've got guys that have been successful here before. I know they're going to try and play physical. Joe Weber just in there in the foreground. Welcome back to him in the black jersey. But I know, and they know, you can see the looks on their faces, how intense this is.
South Africa 4th overall, Dubai winners, but they haven't topped a pool since that tournament. They'll be hoping to start with a bang here in Vancouver. Francisco Gonzalez is your referee for this one. Experienced whistleblower for a high-stakes game to get us started in Pool C. And it will be Selwyn Davids to get us underway. South Africa, right to left. New Zealand still looking for their first gold of the season. Dubai winners, the Blitzboks. Keen to improve here in Vancouver. Scott Curry, former captain, one of the veterans, the experienced men in this New Zealand team with the first touch. And there is Joe Weber in his 50th Sevens World Series event. Hit hard is Rocco Lassoa, now Cody Vai. That was Shilson van Wyk doing the tackling for South Africa. And here is Brady Rush right under the New Zealand goalposts, under a lot of pressure here. South Africa really do back their defence, going long off the kickoff. And Joe Weber, he's going to kick here. Don't often see New Zealand kick in that situation, but they didn't have many options. And Selwyn Davids is going to put it on the toe again. Brilliant vision. It sits up for him. A Davids classic with the first try in the men's draw in Vancouver.
This is where he is so good, the awareness of Selwyn Davids. They come up in line as a good frontline kick chase, but no one's taking that sweeper roll for New Zealand. And he's got such a wide view of the field. Selwyn Davids is an expert at that skill of putting the ball in behind and chasing his own kick. Great start for South Africa.
Yeah, 79 tries for Selwyn Davids, the new South African captain on the circuit. And he adds an extra couple of points as well.
South Africa tries scored by number 8, Selwyn Davids.
Little started from that long kick, using their defense, as always, to really squeeze New Zealand, which forced the kick down. And then the reply from Selwyn Davids. Do they go there again? South Africa worked the first time.
New Zealand dropped to 6 overall. There's Ewan McIntosh. He's looking after the team as head coach this weekend. No Tomasi Thama. We understand he's going to be back with the side in Los Angeles next week.
Yeah, all about development, so he gets to go this week to lead the team.
Back underway from Davids. High in the direction of Weber. And look at the strength to bring him down to the ground safely from young Shay Clark, who recently turned 20 years of age. Here's another youngster, Cody Vai. Nice little scoop ball indoors to Brady Rush. Good quick hands through Clark to Rocco Lassoa. Oh, that hitch kick and the offload. Just in the act of catching there, being knocked on by Clark.
Good injection from Vai there, Shay Clark. He's going to be a difference maker for sure. Be interesting to tackle here. Was it early from South Africa on the inside? Here's the kick restart. There's the lift from Shay Clark. But on the tackle, here it is here. Clark gives it out to Rocco Lassoa. Just look at the inside. Oh, no, that's great timing. Great defense. Unlucky New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of work rate we expect. That's David Brits, one of the new players. Just his second tournament here. Made his debut in Perth last weekend. Interesting story about him. Yes, he broke a rib in his very first training session, the Brits, with the South African Sevens side. That was Welcome along.
Welcome to the team. Earn your stripes. Always intense. They do train intense, that's for sure. The Blitzboks.
Okay. And I'm pushing before. Okay. No balls.
Here he is in the middle of this scrum alongside Zane Davids and Ryan Oosthuizen. Impi Visser also back for South Africa.
Bind. Sit.
So Davids at scrum half. Oh, it's been turned over by New Zealand. Here's Brady Rush. Really good work at the scrum. Now Joe Webber. One pass to Cody Vi. Davids coming across. It's going to take a big tackle. He can't get there in time. And Vi all smiles in the corner for New Zealand.
What pressure on at scrum time. Sam Dixon, Shea Clark, Scott Curry with a monster push. South Africa weren't ready for it. And then the back end, the last pass from Joe Webber gets it done to Cody Vi, who started on fire, the winger for New Zealand.
New Zealand tries scored by number 20.
He likes to try select. There's Cody Vi. Rocket aside, conversion won't get there. I think I might have accidentally mentioned New Zealand defending champions here. They're not. They last won here in 2020. Of course, Argentina defending champions here in the men's competition. Black Ferns did win it here last year in Vancouver. So New Zealand will be pleased about the try because try scoring has been an issue for them. They only scored 15 in Perth at the last event, and they averaged last season 24 per event. So they are way down in the try scoring. And they want to improve that this weekend.
Yep.
Vi working hard, but South Africa working a little bit harder there, and they've won the ball back. Here's Davids again into Tristan Lades, and on a sharp line, as he likes to do, is Zane Davids. Options here for Selvin Davids, no relation. Chopped down by Clark.
Don't play the 9.
Lades, who made his debut in Perth last week alongside David Brits. They're going to kick this time for Roscoe Speckman. If it stays in field, they could be in business here. South Africa, they pick it up, they go again. Offload.
Play on.
Find some open space. Still might work out for them, the Blitzboks. Here's Lades. New Zealand try to work the counter. Webber, brilliant, had to be done.
Keep going,
Bit of a knock on the head as well for Webber. Dixon, the captain, comes away with it to Rokalesoa, World Player of the Year nominee last season. Loose ball, though, over the head of Cody Vi. And he needs to look at his wing mirrors here, because look who's turned up, Selvin Davids. And that just goes forward off Davids. That was casual from young Cody Vi.
What a crazy piece of play. South Africa make the break on the far side of the field. They kick it down. Speckman was fantastic. It was a great turnover from Joe Webber. And then here, it's all craziness.
He was looking over the wrong shoulder, I think.
And unfortunately, just a little knock on as he goes to secure this ball here. This Davids. Oh, just there, yeah.
This artificial surface here in BC Place, it's just a different, well, it is different, isn't it? It's not grass, so, you know, the ball sort of moves in different ways, and almost caught Cody Vi out there.
Bind. Sit. Give him space.
The players with the lots of strapping on their knees, so they don't get too many grazes in the first game. You don't want to carry those 4G burns through the weekend.
New Zealand here not tapping. Kicking to the line out on the full, so they will get a throw out. They've got a very tall line out with Shea Clark, Curry and Dixon, so a set move here. Joe Webber in the middle will be the key if they can secure it.
Yeah, missed out in the Cup quarterfinals in Perth on points difference. Spain effectively going through ahead of them. Finishing 5th. 6 overall at the moment, New Zealand.
No.
14-time series champions. They'll want to move up the ledger if they can possibly this weekend. Here's Sam Dixon again. Thunders up towards the halfway line. Good tackle from Zane Davids. Penalty, South Africa at the breakdown.
Oh, no. He fell right into the side of the ruck for New Zealand, who couldn't clear the ball. I'm not sure about that one. Both teams know the importance of points. So South Africa don't want to stop here either, but geez, that ruck.
Yeah, you can go.
Oosthuizen to Davids, who came up with that steal to give them an opportunity for more points before half-time. Here's Zane Davids again. He's been powerful, when isn't he? Selvin Davids, he's got Brits to his left, and oh, he's absolutely sold them down the river. The Selvin Davids, it's like someone hit the pause button, but he didn't stop. Second try, brilliant.
Set piece move, fantastic there from South Africa. Look at him go to work. They got two players here. Joe Webber's thinking inside help. Freezes Rockily Soa. Look at his eyes, where his eyesight is there. David sees Joe Webber commit, and then he's gone. Fantastic work from the playmaker.
That is Selvin Davids.
Yeah.
All out creativity there. Great to watch. Extra couple of points as well from Tristan Lades, who sometimes does the goal kicking. Good half for the Blitzboks. 14-5. They lead New Zealand. Sandile Ngobo there, the South African head coach, doing the talking.
HSBC SVNS Vancouver.
Tim Mickelson here doing the talking in the New Zealand huddle.
Raffleaccess.com. Our jackpot currently at $100,000. This is the big size of the sport of rugby. BGH Hospital Foundation is supporting pancreatic cancer research and patient care. 50/50 is presented by World Rugby. If you know your limit, you're 19 plus 5 tickets now. Odds depend on the number of tickets. So our winner will be announced.
Saba Brits preparing second half for South Africa. Oosthuizen is going to remain out there as well. 2 converted tries for them against New Zealand. New Zealand won 5 of the last 8 against South Africa. Fans enjoying it here, day 1 at the HSBC SVNS Vancouver. Friday afternoon, all ages, everyone dressed up, having a great time. New Zealand not having the best time of it in the first half, trailing South Africa 14-5, and the Blitzboks have more possession here. Slightly dominated the first 7 minutes with the ball in hand, and here's Tristan Lades, the newcomer for South Africa. Look at the pace of him. Running clear away from Rockily Soa. Tristan Lades, what a try.
Yeah, the playmakers for South Africa at the moment dominating this match. Just a little slip in defence there from New Zealand, open up the hole, and they were compromised from there. You see the wrapping on the knees, just showing the turf, how slick it is and how fast Lades is.
Well, he made a try-scoring debut in Perth. He was absolutely mobbed by his teammates when he did that, but they're very excited about him and the contribution he can make to this team. Conversation there with Selvin Davids.
Be interesting, the tactics here from South Africa. Do they go long and try and squeeze New Zealand in the corner and force them out again?
There you go, as mentioned, this is the 101st game, but they don't often meet at this stage of a tournament. It's because both of them haven't had a great time of it in Perth last time out. Cody Vire lifted high by Webber. They've got a penalty as well here, New Zealand. 21-5, they trail.
It's not a long time to go here, so no need to rush for New Zealand. Just need to set up play. That's why they're taking their time. We're going to go to the line-outs. Obviously, that's something they've highlighted. Any penalties, we're going to go line-out time because they have a very tall one.
Yeah, good opportunity here to get something going off the set piece. Joe McIntosh in conversation there with Tim Mickelson, one of his senior players on the sideline. Here's Brady Rush. Out the back to Rokkalaso, but it was really well read, that, wasn't it, by Shilton van Wyk. And it's gone forward. Done their homework there, South Africa.
Yeah, really testing the offside line there, South Africa, with their line speed.
Time off, please.
On the edge, but they're getting there at the moment. It was a great read in the midfield. And that line out too, they know South Africa, no New Zealand have a big line out, so they're really testing there at the ruck. I'm sure they're really on side because they're allowed to do that. The line's up quickly, so it's giving New Zealand zero space at the moment.
Guess who's warming up, folks?
Ball's going to stay in the scrum. Okay, ball.
God of Gaelic rugby, Antoine Dupont, with all the gifts in the world you can possibly imagine in rugby terms. For the first time, he'll be playing rugby sevens. Can't wait for that. That's coming up a little later. France, USA, just after 2:30 local time. It'll be fascinating to see how much he actually plays, but always playing for South Africa.
You can play in the back.
Is Selvin Davids. They'll come back here after we went quickly.
Pushing early.
Have to be behind the mark, that's why you have to come back.
Behind the scrum.
A funny old season for them, isn't it? They win Dubai, they finish 10th a week later at their home tournament, no less, in Cape Town, then 5th in Perth. It really has been up and down for them, South Africa. Lades, who's had a really good game so far, to Van Wyk. Ignores Oosthuizen, but the plan is Roscoe Speckman. Gets under a heavy hit from Joe Webber. Penalty, South Africa again. Side entry is the call. Oosthuizen goes quickly.
Side entry.
I think Mickelson thought he might have knocked this on here.
Leave the ball.
Oh, it's a New Zealand penalty. Well, the referee's arm was pointing in the opposite direction there. Everyone looks a bit confused. We carry on. Now the chance for New Zealand with 3:35 to go. There's defensive success for New Zealand. They've denied South Africa 30% of the time. They need to try and improve that because they've got the ball back now, the Blitzboks have. They know another decision goes New Zealand's way.
New Zealand shifted, they got numbers here.
And they need to shift it quick. Here's Webber. Hitch kick from him. That was meant for Curry, but he had to let it go for Mickelson. Just kept the ball in field. Rush changes direction back to Webber. So Webber, Curry and Mickelson, the experience for this New Zealand side, but that's another loose ball for New Zealand again. Very un-All Black sevens like this.
Back on the way.
They do have another decision their way though.
Number 2. Compromise now.
Dixon. Bit of composure required here from New Zealand. 21-5 they trail. Short ball to Rush and he just runs straight into Roscoe Speckman. That was heavy contact again and another penalty. Dixon, he's got Mickelson in midfield. Cody Vine, Rokkalaso as well. Here is Vi, gets away, he's gone. That's what they needed. He'll go between the posts, they'll get 7 points, and they're back in this.
Yeah, but individual brilliance. Cody Vi, I've liked how he's backed himself this game. He's been very dangerous every time he's touched the ball. Two scores away, but Cody Vi has been impactful every time he's had the ball in hand.
Well, he turns 20 on Sunday, does Cody Vi. So wouldn't he like to cap off his birthday weekend with some silverware or medal around his neck? He's given New Zealand a chance here. 21-12, 1:30 to go. Brits gets through Roderick Solo, who's out there in the scrum cap. He's back for the All Black Sevens at this tournament, but South Africa, Tristan Lade kicks behind Mickelson. All he can do is watch that trickle over the sideline. That's good seconds off the clock game management from South Africa.
Yeah, massive, absolutely massive. Good kick goes over the sideline. Look, a lot of players for New Zealand very slow to get back.
Time off, please.
Still a 2-score game. New Zealand need to hurry.
They basically need a score from the set piece play and then have time for a restart.
Tapaya Cook-Savage coming onto the field to replace Webber. And also Fehi Finianganofo. There is quite often the player that comes on and makes the difference for New Zealand.
Yeah, he's strong, that's for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what the move is here from set piece from New Zealand.
You stay there. No.
So they're a good
I didn't say come on. One is going out.
Yeah, a good 75 metres from the South African try line.
Completed.
This needs to be right on point, right off the training field, and result in 7 points to give themselves a chance. They've got the line out, done the first thing right. Flicked on by Rokalasoa. That wasn't the plan, I don't think. A pass like that. Cook Savage has it, still alive for New Zealand. Inside the final minute now. They're a long way from home. Penalty, South Africa. Zane Davids with the steal. Oosthuizen has it. They can put it to bed now, and they will. High tackle from Fini Anganofo, it looked like. Held up is the call. It'll be a 5-metre scrum to South Africa, so they can well and truly see this one out now.
What's on the
Yeah,
line?
the time is on their side, isn't it? South Africa. Be interesting to see the line out here from them, where they're standing defensively. Is it past the 15? See, they're not past the high-most, so they're way offside there.
Crouch.
And allows again the back line to get up.
Closer.
Well, you get away with what you get away with.
Crouch. Bind.
21-12. New Zealand had their chance down the stretch here. But South Africa, through the duration, have been the better team. That looked forward to Adonis, who would have been strolling in for a try. And South Africa don't mind, because that'll take us to full time. Good opening win for the Blitzboks. New Zealand will dust themselves down and go again. 5th place finish in Perth. They'll want to respond here, South Africa, and they look like that doing that in the first game. 21-12, the Blitzboks over the All Black Sevens.